Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce.
There you go, buddy.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Happy Monday. What a great Monday.
Absolutely. Just got back from a
some
great,
warmer
refreshing
weather here
weekend.
in Florida. People were out looking at properties over the weekend. What a great weekend.
Yeah.
So let's get right down to business. We got a lot of really important news to cover today. So if you are out seeking to purchase a home, sell a home, refinancing a home, or you're interested in knowing what's going on in the economic news that impacts real estate, you are going to want to watch the entire program today. We only are on here for about 10 to 12 minutes, so stay tuned with us. You'll get all your information. Real estate agents, we're always here to help you grow and have a greater understanding as to what's going on and what's impacting your industry. And other loan officers that may listen to this, we welcome you. And I hope you get something out of this. So let's get started right away.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and review the bond market first to see what you got going on there.
All right. So we got really good news in the bond market. As we say, we like bonds to be up. Mortgages are tied to the bond market, and we want the bond yield to be positive. It opened up at 44 basis points up. It settled down to 22. There's our chart. Look where we opened up here today. And we're sitting right here right now, but we're much higher than we were on Friday. And Friday was an important day. If we go back in here and we punch in the 25-day moving average, we can see that we broke over that ceiling. So that now has become a floor for us. So we have passed the 25-day moving average. Now, the smaller the moving average, the less of an impact we have. However, this is an indicator that can really make a difference. We can punch in the 50-day moving average. Let's change the color on here and let's just see where we are. The 50-day. So look at, we're sitting on top of the 50-day. So that's two moving averages that we've busted through. Now, the next one would be the 100-day moving average. The 100-day is even more impactful. And we can see we got a ways to go for that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We got a ways to go.
Moving in the right.
We are moving in the right direction. We're moving in the right direction. Very, very positive. And then the biggest one is the 200-day. And look at, we touched the 200-day today.
Right.
That's the most impactful moving average. So all of you listening out there right now or watching, this is really, really good news. So good news on the mortgage front, good news for interest rates. And it looks like we could potentially swing above this and get back into some really good rates.
So, right. And so I want to remind everybody that when that number goes high, interest rates go down, right?
That's correct.
Mortgage interest rates go down. So that's
now, I'm not anticipating. And you're right. And Tom, we're not anticipating a major reduction in interest rates anytime soon. Even if we broke above this, interest rates here, we're running around 6.25. So you can see where we are right here. We've still got a ways to go. That's at 100.69. And we need to get to, say, 102.
Great. Well, hey, at least we're moving in the right direction. That's
moving in the right direction.
All we can ask for. So I've got some news to go through here. We could talk about the national housing market, right? So now this is not necessarily Florida. This is all over the whole country. But December sales are up, and that's up over the monthly gains. Okay.
Yeah. So that's month over month. So
correct.
Again, we don't have necessarily a trend set yet, but 2.2% in 1 month. In 1 month, or actually, is that from 1 week?
No, that's 1 month. That's the
1 month.
month-over-month sales for December. But notice in 2024, we have a 9.3% increase for an annual increase, right? So we're picking the market back up, and we had a horrible beginning of 2024. So
Yes.
the back end of 2024 must have been really, really good. We'll dig into those numbers. But if you notice, it says third consecutive month of yearly gains. So,
Yeah.
and that's in sales. That's not necessarily pricing, right? So if you look underneath the next one down, we talk
Yes.
about pricing. Okay. And we've had a rise in the number of new listings, which means people are kind of getting, people that were holding out and I don't want to get rid of my 3% interest rate. They're starting to have to come off of that for whatever reason it is, whether it's a family thing or a work thing or whatever.
That's right.
And if you notice, it says prices have dropped. House prices have dropped.
Yeah.
sellers are getting
house
flexible.
prices have dropped because I'm not seeing my builders dropping prices. I am seeing continue with incentives, but
So yeah. So that might not be true in the new homes. And remember, this is a national thing. This is not Florida specifics. It's not new home, or this is national, right? We always, the national news is great because it gives you an idea about what the overall world is doing or the U.S. is doing. But what's really important to us is Florida, right? If that's where we're operating, and me specifically, Central Florida, right? Because that's where
absolutely
I spend most of my time. So, but, we did sell more in 2024 than we did in 2023, which is good.
Well, to the tune of 12% over 2023.
That's new housing units.
Yes.
Okay, so that is new homes. Okay, now exactly where those are, that I don't have the data on.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm seeing that the builders' new home starts were up almost 16%. So it tells me that the sentiment for the builders is, let's go ahead and put some inventory in the ground. We think people are going to jump back in the market.
Yeah. So stock market last week, the last week is week over week having a 2%, on average 2.2, 1.7% in a week is huge. Don't know if that's going to be a trend or not, but we had a great week. And so we'll keep looking forward to that. And then it's listed under economic concerns, but you and I both know that when jobless claims go up, interest rates tend to drop, right?
We certainly don't want more people to be unemployed. However, joblessness claims, when they rise, tend to improve the bond market. So there is a connection there, and we are seeing that bump right now.
And we see consumer sentiment that's weak. Weaker than expected, right?
It's interesting that news is that consumer sentiment is weaker, but yet more people are jumping in the market. Something's not making a lot of sense there.
Well, if they're consuming goods versus buying homes, maybe that's where the disconnect comes in. But and then of course we see that U.S. manufacturing is going positive, right? So we're into the expansion territory on U.S. manufacturing, which I think overall is going to be good for the market.
I think so too.
Absolutely. So new homes projecting more and more. No annual price increases, right? So I think new builders are going to settle out for a bit, and we'll see another stat at the end that might help explain that a little bit too. Because even though they're not necessarily charging more for homes, inflation is still hitting them hard, right?
That's absolutely it is.
Yep.
And then, I see that December PCE price is expected to show steady annual inflation without notable declines. Now, that's not what we want to see. We don't want inflation. So we want to keep that to a low as much as we possibly can. But it's hard to stimulate the economy without stimulating inflation.
It is very, very difficult to do. So, and then we do see that the Fed does not have any likelihood of dropping rates anytime soon.
As they should not.
Yeah, which I think is good. I think that'll help us quite a bit. So the probability for the May 7th meeting is almost 50% though for a cut. So, but that's a few months from now. So we'll see We'll see how things work there.
Yeah, I think that'll change depending because they're not, if inflation is still up, they're not going to drop rates.
Right, right. You're absolutely right. I guess time will tell. And here's the stat that I think might be impacting that price metric a little bit. This is an interesting tidbit that the median size of new homes dropped 150 something square feet.
Yeah.
And so, right, from 2021 to 20, still pretty big, right? 2150 is a sizable home. It's not tiny, right?
Yeah,
but
yes, it is.
But the fact that they dropped 150 square feet, yet the prices are flat, tells you that they're really just building smaller homes so that they don't have to
for the same amount of money.
For the same amount of money, right? Exactly right. But I think as the builders,
that's kind of like my Reese's cups. They got smaller over the years, but I'm still paying the same amount.
Oh, that's so sad. I love me a Reese's, but so smaller homes obviously could potentially be more affordable options. But it's so tough to build small homes these days. The typical 1970s ranch that was 800 to 1100 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. People don't want to buy that new.
No, they don't. They want big kitchens, big family rooms. They want big masters. They want big master closets. Yep. Everybody wants to walk into their closet.
And one of the things that a lot of people, one of the things that a lot of people don't think about is that, the kitchen and bathrooms are the most expensive rooms in the house per square foot. They're multiples more than anything else. And so when you make a large kitchen, you make multiple bathrooms, you really eat up that budget. You multiply it very, very quickly. So, that's one of the reasons that smaller homes are just no longer being built very often, in most places, just because it's not much more to make it bigger. And then the builder can charge quite a bit more.
Builder building homes generally under 1,350 square feet, not very many.
No, absolutely not.
But I think here in Florida, if you're trying to get into more of an entry level, you're looking between 1,350 and about 1,850. You get above 1,850, then you're moving up a little bit in price. Then you get into that 2,100. Like that's a national average at 2,100 square feet too.
Correct.
2,150 square feet is not a small house by any means.
No. Absolutely not.
We're probably talking about a $450,000 to $550,000 house.
Absolutely. Well, that's the median price, right?
Yeah.
So
that is the median price.
So anyway, overall, I think we're in a reasonably good place.
We are trending in the right direction.
I'm excited for this year. I've already got quite a bit of activity going on, both on the buy side and the sell side. And people just seem more enthusiastic about the market in general. So
I agree.
Yep. So that's all I got for today, Bruce. If you don't have anything else, I'd like to thank everybody for
Peace
watching
out. And
us.
listen, all realtors, all lenders, you need our help. We're here to help you. We are here to help educate the market, help you and your buyers, give you more tactical information so that you can truly become trusted advisors to your clients. Thanks, Absolutely. Tom. You're always the best. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you. Have a great week.
You too.